There's a delay, a tiny fraction of a second between the blink of the eye and the blink of the reflection. We've all seen it, felt it, that subtle lag between the action and its perfect copy in the glass. It's the first clue, offered in plain sight, that there might be a space between us and the image we call me. We look into a mirror and see a face. We recognize the features, the history written in the lines and expressions. But when we're here, on this side of the glass, we don't feel like a face. We feel like a collection of memories, a stream of thoughts, a center of consciousness that watches the world and watches that face in the mirror from somewhere just behind the eyes. So a question naturally arises. Who or what is actually in the glass? Is it us? Is it a portrait we've learned to answer to? This reflection we spend a lifetime checking is a marvel of limitation. It shows us only one angle, frozen in a single moment of light. It can't show us our own back, the thought behind our eyes, or the feeling in our heart. It's a flattened, simplified copy, stunningly accurate in form, yet utterly silent on substance. It's like being given a meticulously detailed map of a single room, while the vast, living landscape of the territory within goes entirely unseen. The reflection is data, but we are the experience. This hint that we are more than our reflection feels like an ancient seed, planted in plain sight by the wise ones who came before us. They often spoke in metaphors that unfold over lifetimes, knowing a direct instruction could be heard, but a mystery must be solved. In the Dzogchen teachings, there's a profound metaphor. The mind is like a mirror. The reflections that appear on its surface, thoughts, emotions, the image of our own face, are not the mirror itself. They come and go. The mirror's nature is simply to be clear, empty, and capable of holding any image without being changed by it. The reflection in the glass is not the watcher. It's just another appearance for the watcher. The mirror becomes a practice ground for this discovery. I've spent moments just gazing, not to critique the features, but to notice the space from which the gazing happens. There's the face, familiar, changing with the light, with the day, with the years. And then there's this other, quieter sense, the awareness that is seeing the face. That awareness doesn't have an age. It doesn't have a hairstyle. It is a constant in the equation. The one thing that has been present for every single reflection from childhood to now. The reflection grows, learns, ages. The watcher simply watches. This shift, the fundamental question. For so long, the question felt like, who am I? And the mirror seemed to provide the immediate, physical, most obvious answer. But what if that's the surface level query? What if the deeper, more fruitful question the mirror provokes is, what is it showing me that I cannot yet see? It's showing us a body, yes, but it's also, by its very limitations, pointing toward everything it cannot capture. The consciousness using it, the life animating it, the invisible dimensions of being that no flat surface could ever contain. We are, in a sense, practicing this every day. We catch our reflection in a shop window and for a split second don't recognize ourselves. We see a photograph and think, is that really how I look? These are moments where the identification with the reflection slips. And for a glorious, disorienting instant, we get a glimpse of the separation. We are not the image. We are the one to whom the image appears. This is the quiet thread we can start to pull on. If the me in the mirror is a limited copy, a 3D echo of something more vast, then what does that make the others we meet? Their faces, their bodies are also reflections in the field of our awareness. Could it be that when we interact with someone, we are often just interacting with our own idea of them, our own mental reflection rather than the vast, unseen territory of their true being? This is the seed for understanding others as mirrors. And if our waking self is this reflection, what part of us has been cast into shadow, unseen by our own conscience light? This leads us toward the work with our hidden dimensions. So the mirror's final gift in this first act of looking is the revelation of the watcher. It shows us in the most intimate way possible that we are being watched by ourselves. We are both the subject and the object. This isn't a paradox to be solved logically. It's a reality to be felt experientially. In that quiet space of just looking, not fixing, not judging, just seeing, we might sense it. The reflection is seen, and we are the seer. The reflection changes, and the awareness within which all change happens remains clear and still. The person walks away from the glass, the reflection vanishes, but the watcher remains, turning its attention to the next moment, the next sight, the next thought, ready perhaps to look at everything, at the world, at other people, at our own inner storms, with the same gentle, discerning awareness we first practice with our face in the glass. The journey inward has begun, not by looking at the reflection, but by noticing who is doing the looking.